I'm Kevin Kibler, financial planner with Insight CPAs and Financial. I'm a proud exhibition sponsor at the McLean County Arts Center, and I'd like to share with you why I offer this support. The arts are vital to our region. They increase our quality of life, our sense of community identity, and allow for creative reflection and expression. The McLean County Arts Center has a tremendous impact on our economy too, infusing over $1 million into our local community. By supporting exhibitions at the McLean County Arts Center, I know that personally and professionally I play an important role in providing this tremendous impact. At the same time, my contribution allows my company to share our brand with an enlarged audience. Exhibition sponsorship and membership in the McLean County Arts Center are a great way to make my community one of the best places to call home. I'm very proud to be a member of the McLean County Arts Center and very proud to support the arts in my community.
My name is Dawn Gettler. I'm an artist and I live in Peoria, and I am trained in printmaking but mostly do sculpture and installations. Having my artwork in a community arts center here in Bloomington is really exciting for me because I'm from this region, so I know there are quite a few people that I know that will see my work in person for the first time. And I think too, going back to my original why did you start making work like this, it was for people to have an experience, and having an experience at a community arts center can range from a 3-year-old that comes to someone who's taking a Sunday class in ceramics. So I feel like I'm reaching a broader audience, and that they might not remember what the work was about, they might not care, but the goal is for me to remember how they felt either watching the video, how they felt reading text, how they felt standing under this weighted paper, and that there's going to be a huge range of experiences and people that come through. My work changed a lot my second year in graduate school. I attended Ohio University in Athens, Ohio, and my degree is MFA in printmaking, and I had the opportunity to go to the Venice Biennale one summer for our art history program, and it really opened my eyes to what was sort of happening. I know I had access to the internet and books, but seeing that much installation art in one place, it made me really realize that that's the sort of direction I wanted to take my work into. And there were these certain installations that had aspects to them that had motors or air or sound, and there's this thing that happens pretty readily with music and film where you get sort of an adrenaline rush, and that doesn't happen as often with art, looking at a painting, looking at a print. And I'm not saying I do that in my work, but that was sort of something I wanted to go in the direction of having sort of a more physical remembrance of being with my work. And as a printmaker, my go-to material is paper. I'm interested in papers that are thought of as somewhat disposable papers or used in a more commercial way. So a lot of the papers in this show are things that we buy to cover our roof with, or to mask out things to paint, or a cheap tracing paper. And I take these things and in multiple, they become precious, and then I also coat them in different things as sort of a metaphor for preserving something or cleaning something. So there's a chandelier that's made out of tar paper coated in soap, and there's a lot of papers that are coated in pickling salt, and I guess it's this idealistic idea that I could coat this text or this language or this thought in pickling salt and preserve it forever, like you would pickle a cucumber. When doing shows, I would often visit the space and think about an installation that was made specifically for that space. Due to time and I'm having a baby, there just wasn't the amount of energy and mostly time to make one site-specific installation. So I was thinking a lot about how my work has changed since I got married and sort of settled in one place. And prior to that, the work was working towards this idea of looking for something, not necessarily looking for someone or a certain thing, but this feeling of contentment. And I would make these installations where I could feel that for the short time that they existed, because installation doesn't exist forever. And so I looked back over these works for the past 4 years, and I tried to pick out things to bring here that would sort of reiterate that idea along with this idea of loss. I've experienced some loss more recently, and my work was never really about that. And so half the show has this sort of lighter feel about it, and it has this more optimistic outlook for looking for something. And then the other half of the show feels sad and heavy and not optimistic. And so I loved that pairing, and it's the same sort of longing that you're looking for a contentment or a happiness. And I think as an artist too, I think it's important for people to see that I don't just make large-scale installations, that the drawings for planning them are equally as important. Documenting the destroying of them, and that's what the videos are, is also really important because that's how they exist in this 5-minute romanticized video of what it's like to destroy something you spent months making. So I really wanted to sort of treat it like a retrospective, not that I'm anyone that deserves a retrospective, but sort of looking back on this idea of longing and loss and bringing all these things together in one space, and I haven't done that before.